Hi, welcome back to our Hunger Games podcast. My name is Riley.
I'm Hannah. I'm Madeline.
And today we're going to be talking about the last two books and last three movies of the series, Catching Fire and then Mockingjay Part 1 and Part 2. The plot of each of these is after Katniss's games, where her and Peeta obviously win. They have the third quarter quell, which is the 75th games, and they reap like past victors to compete in the games again, when you were supposed to have immunity from the games for the rest of your life if you win. So there's a lot of uproar. They go into the games, and then a rebellion against the Capitol starts. And that's Mockingjay, and it's just lots of fighting, lots of death, and then eventually a happy ending, I guess.
And they find District 13.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's a big one.
Yeah. I guess starting with Catching Fire. Catching Fire is personally my favorite movie out of the series. I really like seeing these other past victors and just their own personalities, experiences with the games, how they feel about being re-reaped, and then Katniss grappling with, and Peeta having to just go back-to-back games. I just really liked how the movie was done, too. I feel like it's a big step up from the first movie. I thought it was really good, and I liked the book as well. But in this case, I favored the movie over the book. It's my go-to Hunger Games movie. I skip the first, I watch the second always.
Yes. I also feel like I really liked how they introduced a lot of the tributes more in Catching Fire, because it gives them more of a personality, and like you feel more connected to them. And I feel like the arena in Catching Fire was so much more intricate than the other one. Like, it's just mind-blowing how much thought that they put into it. And seeing it in the movie, like, them figuring out that it was a clock was just amazing.
Yeah, the clock coming to life was really cool in the movie.
Yeah, and especially that little feature about how they could only get fresh water from the trees was really very well thought out. And I also really liked how in this movie you could really see how each district has different strengths that can be super significant advantages, like especially how Finnick and Mags, was that her name? How they knew how to swim. Like, a lot of the tributes just died right away because they didn't know how to swim, which is really interesting to think about.
Yeah. I feel like they had a lot of, like, powerful characters, too. Like, Johanna was, like, a great character, and she carries all the way through into the Mockingjay, like, books and movies, which I think is really cool.
I guess going now into Mockingjay, I like the series. I like how it panned out and everything. I just got kind of bored with Mockingjay. It was kind of a hard read. I don't really go back to watch the movies. I mean, I think obviously it made sense for the plot and everything. I don't know. I'm not a big, like, fighting and, like, it was very different than what we had gotten in the original series with, like, the games and everything. Like, now being in the middle of a war, it was a different read and not my favorite part of the series, at least.
Yeah, it was a lot more, like, political, and it was more, like, talking, like, logistics and stuff and how they were going to fight back against the Capitol. As I was reading the books, it was kind of hard to picture for me, and it just was kind of hard to get through, but I thought the movies were pretty good. And especially, like, Peeta gets, like, hijacked and his brain gets all twisted, and I thought, like, Josh Hutcherson did a really good job with that, and he really made it come to life.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think for a matter of just rewatching, I'm a lot less likely to go to that one just because it's 2 parts, but I don't think it would have been as good if it was 1 part because there's just so much content. But yeah, I think I've seen it once and I've just never rewatched it or felt the need to.
Yeah. I do, I guess, like the end of the series. I think it's very, like, she didn't make it, like, a super, super happy ending. Like, there were only, 7 surviving tributes out of the huge tribute pile that they had left. And District 12 was completely destroyed. Prim died. Finnick died, like, all these characters that are lovable, like, she didn't make it some just like, okay, everyone survives, like how she did with the first book, having both Peeta and Katniss survive. I thought it was really a full circle moment for Katniss to fully choose Peeta and feel comfortable enough in the world that she fought for to be able to start a family, which she had never pictured before. So I did like the ending of that, and I thought it was realistic to who the world that Suzanne Collins created and who Katniss is as a character.
I agree.
I agree with that as well. Going back to Catching Fire, do you guys think that that was actually what the quarter quell was, or the Snow just did that to try to get back at Katniss?
I think that it was, like, what was supposed to happen, like, because this was the 75th, so I'm assuming there had been 2 before this. I think it just really worked out well in his favor. And there's like, theories out there that I've read that Prim's name was reaped on purpose, and they knew that, like, this would all happen or something. I don't know if that's true, but it's all very calculated. But, yeah, I think the quarter quell was bound to happen. She was bound to go back in.
I disagree. I think it was planned by the new game maker guy who was in, like, cahoots with District 13 but worked his way up in the Capitol. And he proposed this idea because they were getting ready for a rebellion, obviously. And they had Katniss as their Mockingjay in mind. And I think he thought if they could get her back into the arena, away from all the surveillance in the districts, because we know the Capitol uses Jabberjays and Mockingjays and all these sort of surveillance techniques in the districts. So to get her away from that into the games, where they can easily grab her up and get her to the rebellion, I think it made the most sense in the least suspicious way to start the rebellion and get everything done. So I think it was changed by Snow, but the idea was planted by Plutarch.
Yeah.
That's his name. I think it was planned by Plutarch and changed because we do get that scene where he goes, well, that deleted scene, where he goes down into the cellar and, like, takes the quarter quell out. And you can even see that the district, like, all these quarter quells were planned out. It was insane. But takes the 75th one, rips it up, and replaces it with the other one. So
Where is that scene?
it's a deleted scene on YouTube.
I have not seen that.
I am a huge Hunger Games person. I watch literally everything. I watch all the behind the scenes. I watch all the deleted scenes.
Okay, I'm watching that after this.
Yeah, I feel like, well, I don't think it was, because if they were to be like, oh, let's just do a quarter quell, like, just randomly, it would be kind of suspicious. So I think that there was already a quarter quell system in place, but they, like, made it better. So, like, they made that arena super crazy, and they, like, put her in there with all of these specific people to get, like, to kind of manipulate her and get her to do all the stuff that they wanted to. But, yeah.
Yeah, and Snow was probably like, these people just kill her off right away.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna get her.
It'll be great.
Yeah. Overall, really love the series. I will continuously go back and rewatch the movies. Probably not reread the books, but I love the series. I love Suzanne Collins, and if she does write another book in the future, maybe one about Finnick's games, who knows? I will very much read
yes.
and very much watch.
Yes.
All right.
I think it would be interesting, though, to reread the series in, like, a couple of years and just see things that we missed maybe the first time.
Yeah.
I'm sure you didn't miss anything as you're an expert over here, but I definitely did.
Yeah.
Well, it'll just be nice to, like, because this was my, like, childhood. I loved the dystopian novels and everything, and I loved the Hunger Games. So just, like, getting back in touch with my younger self, like, very, very much like to do that.
It's very interesting. I've been seeing on TikTok, like, people are comparing the Met Gala to the Capitol, like, outfits and
Yes.
how crazy they are.
Well, it's insane, the comparison with the battle in Gaza, and then with all these people, like, dressing insane for the Met Gala. Like, it's
Like
kinda-
Camila
Yeah.
Cabello with that ice purse, that was like $22,000.
Yeah. It's
Insane.
really interesting to see. Yeah, so I agree with your point about, like, reading it in a couple years.
Yeah.
Because it's turning out very interestingly.
Yeah, making those real world connections.
She was ahead of her time.
All right, well, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.